I wasn't racially conscious. I wasn't conscious of colour. I wasn't aware that there was a black and white thing of Afro-Caribbean culture. I just wasn't aware of black people and white people. As far as I knew, there were just some people.
When I was younger, it was very much the case where I didn't really feel unhappy about my situation. I was quite happily growing up. It was very much the case where my adoption wasn't talked about.
Originally I was told that I came from a city called Ibadan in the west coast of Nigeria. My adopted parents were living in Nigeria, working for the university, and one of my mum's friends out there apparently found me in a cradle by a stream in Ibadan.
I felt I was being denied access to information, and I was being deceived about certain things. Although they did tell me I was adopted, and my dad's black, but I didn't really know what this meant.
When black friends found out I was adopted by white parents, I think it was very confusing for them, and as well as it was for myself.
Initially, I was very angry about being adopted. I was like, why should they have the right to take me away? Why should they bring me up this way? Why should they deprive me of black culture?
I feel very threatened by Chinese people, which I think has been reinforced by stereotypes that I've received about Chinese people and how they behave or how they should behave.
I had to find my mum for emotional reasons, and I had to find my dad for cultural reasons, I think.
It took me quite a long time to go and visit Hong Kong and China. And the reason that was the case was because from a very early age I'd been brought up in the belief that there was nothing there for me to find.
It was less of a shock to meet my dad, not because he was more what I expected, but because I had less expectations of him.
There was a lot of racial tension, I feel, when you went out to clubs, and it was like black and white, and it was always like fighting. There was always a lot of tension. And I just, because you're sort of forced to really choose, who you relate to, who your friends are. I thought, I've had enough of this. So I came to London.
When you meet your birth parents, you find out what you could have been like if you hadn't been adopted. You find out how different you would have been. You see a different side of you. You see a different representation of you through your adoptive parents. You think, right, if I hadn't have been adopted, I would have been brought up in this way, and I might be like this. So in that sense, by seeing a different version of you, it kind of helps you appreciate who you are now.